Hello, everyone of the world! William the Conqueror 3 has returned! Long time no see, guys. I'm sorry I have not made any vlogs for a while, or a long time, whatever. Well, basically, I'm going to tell you the most important announcement I want to make. I'm working on this new Lego movie. What is it called? Indiana Jones and Secret of the Golden Tablet. And that sounds like a stupid title, isn't it? I'm sorry, it's just I cannot think of any good titles for a new Indiana Jones movie. It's not a parody, it's like a fan film of the Indiana Jones movies. Well, because I was watching two Indiana Jones movies that my grandmother got me for Christmas. And I was surprised, it's like, oh my god, I cannot believe my eyes. They're such great films. Well, I saw Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade with my dad a couple of days ago or something like that, and it was a good film. Well, except I didn't watch it when I was a kid. I have watched it, but I liked it when I got older. Well, nobody's been talking about Indiana Jones for a long time. Because, recently, people talked about Indiana Jones in the year 2008. I remember back when I was a kid watching King of the Crystal Skull. That was the first Indiana Jones movie I saw on the big screen. I loved it. But a lot of people didn't like it. They were disappointed because people say it's not like the other Indiana Jones movies because the other Indiana Jones movies are about fantasy. But this movie is about science fiction. But it's really good special effects and a nice cinematography. But that has nothing to do with anything with 2015. So, how was your Christmas, people? I have a great Christmas with my father. And I saw movies like Unbroken, Big Hero 6, Interstellar. And in Pasadena, I saw two comedies such as Dumb and Dumber 2 and The Interview. The difference between these two comedy films, they're both similar in common. They're both buddy comedies, and they're like journey films. Well, The Interview is a lot better than Dumb and Dumber 2, but The Interview is kind of funny. I pretty much laughed at the jokes, but I think that movie's really interesting though. But it's a satire, but it's interesting rather than funny. It has a good story in it. But Dumb and Dumber 2 is really funny. Well, the story in Dumb and Dumber 2 is that these two guys just returned after 20 years of not coming back. They just returned together again. And these two idiots go on a long journey to search for this one guy's daughter. And that's the movie's really confusing. Well, the storyline's confusing, but it did have good jokes in it. It has good humor. And it too has lots of fart jokes. It has lots of other inappropriate jokes. The jokes in Dumb and Dumber 2 are kind of like kids' jokes, you know, like fart jokes. That's like a kid's joke, you know. Because kids like to do things like these two guys do. These two guys are like kids as grown men. And they're not immature. And a spoiler alert, guys. Near the end of the film, it's really confusing. And they never tell who the girl actually is. They don't know which these guys are the parents of the little girl. But why the hell would he be chasing that girl if she's not their daughter? Well, because the one guy found out that he has a daughter is because he received a letter he haven't read for 22 years. He's like, oh my god, I'm surprised. I have a daughter. Well, the letter says that the chick he dated is pregnant. But the reason why the daughter's not one of these guys' daughter is because they never have sex. They don't know how sex works. And the woman's like, you guys ever have sex? And one guy's like, I know how sex works. You are so stupid and not immature. But it's really enjoyable, guys. You might like it, you might be entertained, but the storyline's like it would get your head spinning like a globe. It's like, oh, I can't stand this storyline. It's so confusing. It is really confusing, but it's funny though. It's really good entertainment. 2 thumbs up for the humor and 2 thumbs down for the story. Let's talk about The Interview. That was a good film. It was released on Christmas Day, and the reason why they didn't want to release in theaters is because it was due to the cyber attack. Well, I know the movie's really controversial. It's about the assassination of Kim Jong-un. The movie is about these two TV guys who goes to North Korea and interview Kim Jong-un because he's such a huge fan of James Franco's show. But these two guys become secret agents of the CIA to assassinate Kim Jong-un. And James Franco's like, no, I don't want to assassinate Kim Jong-un. He's a huge fanboy. I don't want to kill my own fanboy. I thought Kim Jong-un would be alive. That would be so great. He'd be like, I'm gonna become a different person. I love you, James Franco. You're such a good friend. It doesn't make any sense. First off, Kim Jong-un's being such a nice guy, and later he became a bad guy. Why can't he become a good guy again? He was such a great guy. Well, he's not really a good guy. He's really evil, though. Kim Jong-un's really evil. Kim Jong-un looks really suspicious in the real life photographs and the videos and stuff. But in the movie, this guy's really childish. I'm Kim Jong-un. I'm really childish. I am real life Kim Jong-un. I'm serious. I don't smile. I just like to act like this. You might enjoy the interview, guys. Well, the jokes are funny, and it's really good cinematography, really good costumes. It has funny jokes in it. It's excellent. 2 thumbs up for the storyline in that interview movie, and 2 thumbs down for Dumb and Dumber 2 for the storyline. And this video is not going to talk about the films I recently saw, but today I'm going to talk about the new movies coming out this year. Well, there's new movies that came out recently yesterday, like you know, Paddington, American Sniper. I didn't see these films. The movie theaters are really far away, but I can't wait to go back to Vegas. I'm going to see the movie theaters close. And also on Tuesdays, the movie tickets cost $6. That is good. So anyway, I'm going to tell you about American Sniper and Paddington. This one movie is a grown-up movie, and Paddington is a kid's movie. Well, I want to see American Sniper. It was played in the EFI Film Festival. My mom told me to go see it, but I don't want to see it in the EFI Film Festival. I'd rather see it with no Q&As. Q&As are freaking boring, guys. When you watch Q&As, you'll be like falling asleep. There'll be people talking so long. People talk about nothing. You'll be like, this is a Q&A. We're not going to talk about anything. Blah, 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 blah. Ah, come on. I don't want to see a stupid Q&A. So boring. Well, but I did get to meet film crew of Box Trolls, but I already saw Box Trolls already. I don't want to see it again. I want to see it when it comes out on DVD. Anyway, let's talk about American Sniper. It's a movie about a Navy SEAL sniper who kills all the bad guys in Iraq and tells the true story of his Navy SEAL sniper. It looks like Lone Survivor. You know what I mean? The cover looks the same as American Sniper. Both the same. Get it? Except this movie's not going to have Mark Wahlberg in it. This movie is going to have some actor I don't even know. But it's directed by Clint Eastwood. He was such a good director. But he's really old. So I don't even know I wanted to go see American Sniper, but it looks pretty good to go see. I guess I want to go see it, but Houston, we have a problem. There's 2 movies I wanted to go see. I cannot decide. So let's talk about another movie called Paddington. Paddington is based off the classic children's book written by Michael Bond, not James Bond, Michael Bond. It tells a story of a Peruvian bear who goes into Paddington Station where he gets adopted by a human family. I don't know the story. When I was a kid, I first heard about Paddington. They were not that interesting. When I was a kid, I used to love Thomas the Tank Engine. It was such a great series, but not Paddington. I did hear about Paddington, and we pretty much had the copies of the box, but they're wet and washed out. But unfortunately, I hope the Paddington movie is great. Last year, when I first saw a trailer of it, it looked pretty interesting. I was like, oh my god, this is so cool, nice cinematography. But this movie is going to have Nicole Kidman in it. Well, my mom and I were driving into one area in Altadena, and I was staring at this poster, and my mom's like, that looks like a pissed off raccoon. That looks too scary for little kids. Come on, Mom! He's just having fun. He's not pissed off or anything. But yeah, he looks like a pissed off raccoon. Nah, bear. In the box, he was so cute. But Paddington was having fun. He was not scaring the crap out of people. It's just a joke and reenactment, guys. And, what do you think about the Paddington movie? It looks pretty good to go see, as you can see CGI in it. And I like the cinematography in it. The guy who plays Paddington is Q from Skyfall. Well, I don't really like Q from Skyfall. He's not too much great as the old Q. When I first watched Skyfall, I never watched the original James Bond movies. But my dad was such a huge James Bond fan. And Skyfall was the first James Bond movie I saw in the theaters by myself where I should get to know about the storyline. I remember as a kid watching Casino Royale. I don't understand it. I love the geography, not the story. I think Paddington looks excellent. I don't know. It's a kid's movie. What do you expect? Well, guys, there's lots of YouTube videos about bears in Altadena and San Dimas. They're such great, interesting videos. You should check them out. Search for bears in Altadena and San Dimas. They're really interesting videos. I've watched them since last year. Well, they were pretty scary though. But the bears are just so adorable, like Paddington. Oh my God, Paddington looks like the bears in these YouTube videos. They're so cute. And so that is my thoughts of American Sniper and Paddington. So anyway, guys, I'll see you next time.